Welcome to Gentle Companions. Today, we're revealing 20 questions that every person over 75 should ask themselves, questions that challenge the invisible rules of aging. Listen closely. Which one speaks to you the most? Here they are. 1. Why do older adults feel like they have to slow down after 75? 2. Is it okay to break old habits that no longer serve you? 3. Why do seniors avoid trying new things? 4. What's the danger of following invisible rules after 75? 5. Why do older adults apologize so much? 6. What happens when you stop apologizing for needing help? 7. How do you set boundaries without guilt? 8. Is there still purpose after retirement? 9. Can you still reinvent yourself after 75? 10. Why is it okay to stop explaining yourself? 11. Why should you stop asking for permission after 75? 12. Should you care what others think? 13. What does it mean to take up space? 14. Why do many elders feel invisible? 15. Is it wrong to outgrow people or roles? 16. Can grief make you afraid to live again? 17. How do you keep your heart open after loss? 18. Why do some feel guilty enjoying life after 75? 19. What's the difference between aging and shrinking? 20. What should every senior say to themselves daily? Now, let's explore each one, and maybe, just maybe, rewrite the way we age. 1. Why do older adults feel like they have to slow down after 75? Because the world tells them to. Subtly. Repeatedly. We hear things like, take it easy. Don't push yourself. And you've done enough. And while these phrases might come from a place of love, they also carry a quiet message. You're done now. But slowing down isn't mandatory. It's a choice. And it's not always the right one. Staying active mentally, emotionally, and socially keeps you connected to yourself. Life didn't stop at 75. Why should you? 2. Is it okay to break old habits that no longer serve you? Absolutely. Some habits were created for survival, not joy. You may have learned to stay quiet, say yes, suppress feelings, or avoid risk, because it felt safer. But now, you're not just surviving, you're allowed to thrive. Break the habits that keep you small. It's not rebellion, it's renewal. 3. Why do seniors avoid trying new things? Fear. Of failure, of embarrassment, of wasting time. We're told that new experiences are for the young. But novelty is nourishment for the brain. Trying something new, a recipe, a language, a technology, keeps your neurons firing. It's not about perfection. It's about curiosity. Stay curious. 4. What's the danger of following invisible rules after 75? You slowly disappear. You stop raising your hand. You stop asking questions. You stop imagining. Invisible rules say, stay quiet. Don't need too much. And don't be a burden. But what they really do is erase you. Your voice matters. Your needs matter. Break the rule. Reclaim your place. 5. Why do older adults apologize so much? Because they were trained to. Especially women. Apologize for speaking too loudly, needing help, and having feelings. But at this stage of life, every apology that isn't necessary becomes a weight. You don't have to say sorry for existing. Say thank you instead. It's lighter. 6. What happens when you stop apologizing for needing help? You get to be human. And you let others love you. Asking for help is not weakness, it's wisdom. It builds connection, trust, and even community. You stop playing small and start inviting others in. 7. How do you set boundaries without guilt? By remembering that boundaries are not walls, they are bridges. They teach people how to love you better. Say no kindly. Say not now firmly. You are not responsible for how others feel about your limits. You are only responsible for honoring your energy. 8. Is there still purpose after retirement? There's purpose until your last breath. Purpose isn't always a job or a mission. Sometimes it's a phone call, a story, or a hug. Sometimes it's being the one who listens, or teaches, or simply remembers. Your presence has weight. Don't underestimate the power of being you. 9. Can you still reinvent yourself after 75? Why not? You've done it before, as a parent, worker, partner, and friend. Reinvention doesn't mean changing everything. It means reclaiming parts of you that got buried. Dreams you shelved. Hobbies you postponed. Courage you forgot. You're not too old. You're just getting started, differently. 10. Why is it okay to stop explaining yourself? Because people who love you don't need an explanation. And people who judge you wouldn't believe it anyway. You don't owe anyone a defense for your choices. Age gives you the gift of clarity. Use it. 11. Why should you stop asking for permission after 75? Because no one else is coming to validate your life. You've earned a right to live on your terms. To dress how you want, speak how you want, and spend your time how you want. Stop waiting. Start deciding. 12. Should you care what others think? You can care, but don't obey. Their opinions are filters, not facts. What matters more is, does this choice reflect me? Does it feel honest? Loving? True? Live in alignment with yourself? That's real freedom. 13. What does it mean to take up space? It means you stop shrinking. Sit at the table. Speak the idea. Wear the color. Share the story. Post the photo. Taking up space isn't arrogance. It's self-respect. You belong fully, visibly. 14. Why do many elders feel invisible? Because the world is loud, fast, and obsessed with youth. But invisibility often starts within. We stop raising our voices. We downplay our worth. We assume we're no longer needed. Visibility is a choice. Be seen on purpose. Wear the red. Tell the story. Show up. 15. Is it wrong to outgrow people or roles? No. It's natural. You're allowed to release roles that no longer fit. The caretaker. The fixer. The always agreeable one. Growth requires space. And not everyone comes with you. That's okay. Let go with love. And make room for your next chapter. 16. Can grief make you afraid to live again? Yes. And it often does, quietly, powerfully. Grief doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. Be careful. Don't get too close. Don't get too happy. Remember what it cost last time. But here's the truth. You're still here. And being here means you're still meant to feel. Living again isn't disloyal to the person you lost. In fact, it honors them. Open the window a little. Let life back in, gently, slowly, bravely. 17. How do you keep your heart open after loss? You start by letting it break, without shame. Grief can harden the heart, but staying open is the only way forward. An open heart doesn't mean a painless one. It means you carry the pain with grace, without closing the door on possibility. Volunteer. Make a new friend. Visit a place you've never seen. Love something again, even if it's just a flower in your window. 18. Why do some feel guilty enjoying life after 75? Because many elders were raised to believe that joy must be earned, not allowed. And when so many friends or partners are no longer here, happiness can feel like betrayal. But joy after loss isn't selfish, it's sacred. You deserve joy not because you've done everything right, but because you are alive. So don't apologize for the good moments. Embrace them. They're invitations. 19. What's the difference between aging and shrinking? Aging is inevitable. Shrinking is optional. You shrink when you surrender your voice, your curiosity, and your place in the world. The soul doesn't age, it expands. Don't fade quietly. Age like a flame, steady, radiant, and unafraid. 20. What should every senior say to themselves daily? I am still becoming. Not I am done. Not I'm just waiting now. But I am still becoming. Because becoming is not reserved for the young. You can still grow, still surprise yourself, still feel joy. Say it out loud. Every morning. Until it feels like truth. Because it is. Thank you for spending this time with gentle companions. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that aging is not the end. It's just a new beginning. Subscribe for more wisdom. And remember, you are still becoming.